Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's awesome that you're tuning in. So in this video we are going to take a close look at the Odroid N2. Yeah, I did basically write it down on here because otherwise I didn't really know what's inside the box. Because I was really curious, is this thing still worth picking up? You can buy these things complete, and I mean like complete in a kit. I don't know what this thing, why this game station thing is in here, but it's just a basic manual that they're giving you this. No idea why it is in here. But inside the kit you're going to get everything that you're going to need, like the HDMI cable, the Super NES controllers that I really hate because these things are like really low quality. I still don't understand why they're giving me like good controllers, and of course the power supply and the system itself. So in here we're going to get ourselves even a card reader if you're going to need one. But in here we do get like the magic box itself, the Odroid N2. The question remains, is this thing still worth it? And it comes complete in the box. Or box, I mean like the case itself. And at the bottom we're going to get this very nice cooling. Nevertheless, let's take a close look at it and let's plug it in because I'm curious what can we play with it. The Odroid N2 is already an older PCB. I have seen some videos of it, but I was just really curious, like what it is capable of when it comes to emulation. So at the back we're going to get the input for the power supply, 4 freaking ports of the USB 3.0, an HDMI, and of course the RJ45 Ethernet connector. Then over here we're going to get the connection over here with the micro USB. We're going to get a white switch, and then we have like the audio jack connection. The Odroid N2 Plus does have a quite interesting specifications list. The Logic S902X is similar to the GT King, the B-Link. I must say that I do like the chipset. It's not like the most powerful one. It do have like some great performance, but let's do some more testing and I will show you what I mean. There's not a lot to tear down, so let's do it now. So here we're going to get ourselves like the PCB. It's just a PCB, like there is nothing much to see over here. We're also going to remove the case because I wanted to show you how this thing is basically assembled. So you need to slide these 2 pieces of plastic off. I really like the way how they just designed it, how simple it is. Another thing that we need to do is remove the 4 screws, and that's what we're going to do because I want to give you a look at the cooling element itself. But when you're removing the PCB from the cooling, this is basically what we're going to get. They're not using thermal pads, they're just using thermal paste. Don't know what kind of brand it is, but doesn't even matter for now. So this is just the only thing that cools the PCB. We don't have any active fan, so I don't know if it's going to be enough. I think it is. But let's try it out and yeah, just put it back together and let's see what we can play on this thing. But the downside is this device doesn't have an SD slot, where you already maybe have seen. So what we need to do is sacrifice 1 USB connections for basically like booting up the system itself. Alright, so for the next part I'm going to use my Xbox 360 controller. We're going to reconfigure this because the original controller that came with this is absolutely garbage. It's really cheap plastic. You can just hear it. It doesn't feel great, and again, like we're missing our buttons. If you want to play some PlayStation or some different systems like Sega, Dreamcast, the D-pad is absolutely horrible. I'm just being honest, I don't understand why they're giving you these controllers. Just get at least like an Xbox 360 or something similar, because we do pay a lot of money for a box or like a kit like this. Okay, so the system have been booted up. I'm using the card reader, came with it, or like this USB card reader. Holding it, we're going to get into the menu. So first need to set up the D-pad, up, down, left, right, start, select. Then we like A, B, X, and Y. They're being like basically like totally different on my controller, of course. Then we have like the shoulder buttons need to be set up, and of course the trigger buttons. Then we have the left thumbstick, the button underneath, and then we have like up, down, left, right for the left joystick, and the same goes for the right one. So for the hotkey we can press select. I'm going to use the Xbox logo because we do have it, it has not been used at the moment. But that's okay, and we're ready to go. But let's take a close look what can we actually play in this. By the way, the menu itself, I don't really like it having the 2 characters of Chun-Li at front. Quite annoying to be honest, because yeah, you just need to look at the middle. There we see like what kind of platform you basically want to pick. But we do have like the same options with all the other systems. I mean like Raspberry Pi, Super Console X, you name it, Android Boxer with Emulation or a PC with Botacera. So we're going to focus mainly on, let's say, higher end stuff. Think about PlayStation Portable, just to see what can we actually play with this. Because PlayStation Portable is a system that runs not perfectly on the Pi 4 and other systems, like especially the cheap ones. So there we're going to get the biggest difference. But also we're going to check out some old school 8-bit, 6-bit stuff. Yeah. Okay, so let's take a close look at some Sega 32X. That is something that is not really like so demanding for a device like this. But you will be surprised how bad some of these, let's say, low-end systems run on a very powerful box. But so far so good, so indeed. Rah-rah! Okay, so the first thing I wanted to try out is 3DO. It's a quite difficult one to emulate, but I'm just going to be honest, like it runs like shit because it doesn't even like boot up the games. I've been trying some couple of games, Return Fire, Gex, and the same result is that we're going to get a blank screen after the title. Yeah, so great optimization. My ass, yeah. So I'm really curious about this. Cheap Super Console League boxes have always issues with Dolphin Blue and the Thomas Wave. Oh crap. But so far I can hear there is no weird thing going on. Let's get into the next part that is more demanding. So far so good, we do get some amazing performance. So let's get in some Sega Naomi. No hiccups whatsoever, works like a charm. Oh crap, messed it up. Oh yeah, big time. Holy crap, the CPU is on a completely different level when it comes to the arcade one. Baba, here we go. I want to have the hamburger! Give me the hamburger, give me the hamburger, give me the hamburger. No, it's away! Oh crap, oh crap! Another system you don't see very often and I just wanted to try out is for the Sega Jaguar. This is the Alien vs Predator. But you can already hear like the stuttering goes from the title screen on, like it's absolutely horrible. But let's try get into the game. But it stutters all the freaking time. It's absolutely not optimized. And a little bit of a bummer. But the game seems to be playing. I love this game, by the way. It's so cool. So beside the audio glitching, the game seems to be running just fine. Oh, there he is. That ugly piece of shit. Come get some. Ow. Yep, that hurts. The next system I want to try is some N64 because I'm really curious how this will run. We do have the famous hiccup in the beginning. Because a lot of systems, including the Pi 4, does have issues with this. Super Console X. Yeah, we're gonna have like the same hiccups here and there, but the overall performance seems to be not bad at all. Yeah, we do have like some minor hiccups, so it's not working perfectly. So if you wonder like where we can play this game, actually if you're using it beside the original system, of course, we need to have like an basic Botacera PC to run it perfectly without any hiccups. But in my opinion, this is playable. Let's try some GoldenEye. And is it me or is it? Yeah, the controls are completely messed up. Ah, damn it. Yep, it messed up the controls, but the overall performance is not bad at all. Like, don't see the hiccups, everything seems to be working like it should. We do have like some minor audio hiccups, but that's it. Yeah, so I need to go into the emulator to start messing with the freaking controls, because by pressing forward to my freaking joystick, it's basically like moving the character itself. So But let's take a close look at the Dreamcast with some Ready to Rumble. But the overall performance with Dreamcast with this thing is pretty damn amazing. Just punch him in the balls. Oh man, it has been such a long time I've played this. I think the first time I've played this game was on the Sega... No, sorry, for the PlayStation... Yeah, it was not the Dreamcast, it was the PlayStation 1. I don't know how to activate the rumble mode. No idea. Oh man, crap. There he goes. Oh crap. So let's take a close look at some Nintendo DS. I just wanted to see how this will run. The song never gets old. Yes, you're a daddy. Doom is like the original sound effects. But it's also quite pretty damn cool to revisit this game on the NDS. One of those amazing games they released. Let's see if we can change out the screens. There he is. We can get into the emulator if you want to. We're pressing the left trigger. And of course we have all the other functions like normal. For the people who just want to revisit this, I completely understand, but I'm not a big fan of it. Not like the two tiny screens. Alright, so next up let's try PlayStation Portable. This is the system that should be running great on it. Okay, so let's get into the menu because I'm curious how everything has been set up. So we have like frame skipping set to off. It runs back at OpenGL at the moment. Rendering resolution will be out of 101. So let's see if we have like what kind of tweaks we can do. Like we have like lazy texture caching. So we do have like a lot of tweaks set up. Okay, so let's see how it runs. Just a quick tutorial that we're going to do. See how it runs. The overall performance is not bad at all. Unfortunately, we cannot like push it up when it comes to upscaling. Alright, so next up let's try Wipeout, because this is absolutely more demanding than the Tekken game. But you can see this is absolutely unplayable. So running very slow, ready, set, try frame skip. So that's what we're going to do. And with frame skip set to 1, we do have the option to play it. I'm quite disappointed with the system. Of course the Odroid N2 Plus is not like the latest thing that is out there. But I was curious which we're just gonna expect in this year. The Odroid is an absolutely amazing piece of tech, but is it still worth picking up? I think it's depending what kind of price you can buy it. This place, when it comes to Android boxes, super consoles, you know it's going to be very crowded with all kinds of PCBs and tech you can buy to play retro games. And this thing doesn't bring a lot to the table. Look at PlayStation Portable, didn't run perfectly, and in my opinion that is absolutely a big downside to this thing. Besides that, a lot of stuff does run well, but we have so many options we can play nowadays on these things, or better said, like other boxes for less money. But thank you for watching, consider subscribing, hit that little bell, become a Weekend family, and it would be great to see you in the next video.